And we also spoke about staff burnout in some professions, including the probation service. People have a lot of case loads, are currently digitalised, so they're stuck to the desk filling out forms. So when Stephen is late, they're thinking, oh, I couldn't do that thing and I have to do it by 3 o'clock. So just looking at that and training staff into person-centred approaches when they work with this type of population.
It's very interesting you mentioned probation staff, because I think we were all pretty horrified at the gentleman who didn't offer Stephen a cup of coffee. I'm not sure how many of you flagged up that that might be because that probation officer was just done with things. Do we blame them? Do we support them? You know, if they are burnt out, they are not going to make allowances for 3 to 4 minutes.
What difference would they be able to make if they had an extra 15 minutes? Because everybody's on schedules, number of clients. We're living in a digital world where things are, here's an app, here's a sheet of paper, that taken away, and we're saying buddy systems. Actually, we've got professionals that are already doing the job. If they had one less client a day to be able to turn around and spend a little bit of time, have that conversation, because the thing is, we need a house. It's not as simple as just saying, I need a house, because what's the point of turning around and sticking your house in the wilds of nowhere where you haven't got the connection as well? It's where do you want to be? Spending that little bit of time, what's your skills, what's your ambitions? Because with the simple thing where, I believe it was Mark, turned around and said, as long as you do no harm and it's not illegal. Actually, if we had that within all of our jobs, to be able to spend a little, let's get to the solutions, because we're saying there's no more money in the system. There's thousands of professionals that have worked with one person. It would be cheaper to buy a 250 grand house and give that person 50 grand and get them set up in an own business and still have change than that £2 million that's ended up being spent. So the money's already in the system. It's how we spend it. And I think a bit of a spend to save model, that shot in the arm to be able to get some of the solutions in place. And actually, we're talking about person-centred care, which is what we all say we do, but actually the reality is they haven't got the time to do it. So maybe having a little bit more time and stop spending money on technology and get back to the crux of it and spend time with people.
Thank you very much. Here is the balance, and I'm going to draw this to a close and be brutal about it. If we spend an extra 15 minutes with everybody, we spend time with less people. That is the statutory issue. I've got 100 people who need help. I can give them all 5 minutes, or I can give a third of them 15. And those are the kind of decisions that need to be made. And they are big arguments that we need to sway those systems. So if you believe that an extra 15 minutes is what you want, what you should have, think about how you can convince the people who can give you that permission that actually 15 minutes per person is more effective than 5 minutes with 3 times that many people.
But I think it's what you do in that 15 minutes. It's Mark's point from earlier. It's the relationship that you build, not the assessment that you do.